Sorry.
It's okay. I see what you did there, but it's okay. Boom. Hey, good people. How are you? Um, this is Soarin and Scratchin. I'm Evil Chicken. I'm excited about this because if you notice, right up here, wait, there, 15 minutes. That means, what does that mean?
It's
The
a
Eagle
unit of
fan, could you
time.
tell us what that means?
It is a unit of time. That means it is our 15 minutes. This is an episode where we are going to talk and talk and talk. But
But we have a shot clock.
theoretically, we are
Yes,
restricted to 15 minutes.
true. And we are only restricted to about 3,000 possibilities. Would you
Yes.
rather? Question.
So, with that said, the question is, how is this going to work?
That's a damn fine question.
As he said, there's 3,000 items in there. I don't know what's in that book. I am going to pick a number from 1 to 3,000. He will read off what that topic is.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
we each have a veto power because we don't know what all the topics are going to look like in that book. If we think, not so good, we each can veto one topic, and then I will pick another number, and we'll see what that is.
Well,
So,
fair
for
enough. Fair
example,
enough.
if I don't like the first one, I'll veto it, and then I'll pick a number, look at the next one. If he doesn't like it, he can veto it, or if not, we will begin. So, you guys out there ready to hear us ramble about who knows what?
God only knows.
Or not. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I see what you did there, but it's okay.
I will pick
Yes.
number
Yes.
1,741.
Okay. 1,741, you say?
Yes, I do say
Hold
that,
on there.
sir.
Oh, good God.
I think there's a veto coming up.
By the way, this was written in 2018. I don't know if the question writers were.
I am only laughing because before we started this, he's
Yes.
like, this was from a while ago. So I'm thinking he's going to say it was from like, oh, this is from 1995.
I didn't. I just looked it up. It's funny. It says the print. It was printed in 2018. So, would you rather, sir, for question 1,741, never say please or never say thank you?
I think one of us is going to veto that.
I don't know. I now that I read it, I have an answer. but it's up to you. It does kind of suck, but
I
I
am
don't think
going
it'll
to
generate a
veto
lot of
that one.
conversation.
I'm going to veto that one.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
And
Well,
I will
give me
let
another
you
number.
I will let you pick the next number.
All right. Well, how about 1,742? Let's see what the next one is. Oh, Jesus. I veto that.
Okay, I want to
Would
hear
you
what it
rather
was,
use
though.
Gmail or Yahoo? Wait. Or or Yahoo? Ah.
Hey, if it was older, it probably would have said MySpace or AOL.
I don't know. I don't know if
Oops.
you heard that, but one of my favorite disembodied voices has mentioned that they wouldn't be surprised if MySpace pops up in this particular book. That's how long we've had it. But it says it was printed in 2018.
We've had it long. Dude, we've had it longer than that.
How's that
Wow.
possible?
I don't know.
That's weird. I thought we had it longer than that too.
I think there's some
Yes?
time travel going on over there, and
It would
The
explain a
evil chicken
great
household.
many things. All right.
well, I will then go with. I've got to do this, and I think you've frozen. Oh, there you are. You're back again.
Yes, I'm back.
We need to go with item number 600
Oh my
and
God.
66.
All right. You little scamp of a devil. Let's see here. Okay. Number 666. Would you rather walk on a scorpion-infested land or swim through a jellyfish-infested water?
Oof.
I know the answer to this one. I don't know about you.
Okay. Well, I think that's what we're going with. Because of the rules, that's what we're going with.
I kind of like it. You know what? Let's go with the devil's number.
Okay.
And we'll, when are we going to start that? Shall I read it
And
again?
This is, would you rather, and let me know if I got this right,
Uh-huh.
walk through a scorpion-infested land
Yes.
or swim through a jellyfish-infested body of water?
Correct. Look at you.
Okay. And you know what?
What?
Our 15 minutes starts now. Thoughts, sir? I have
Oh.
some thoughts.
I got to go with the land. I got to go with the scorpion-infested land. At least I'm in my element. I can swim, but it's more like a, as opposed to, what's that?
Broom him out of the
You
way.
could broom them out of the way. That's a good
It
point.
doesn't say you don't have a broom.
And it also doesn't say you're not wearing shoes or boots.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
You can do a lot of stomping.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be able to see them in an element that I'm used to, where I can hopefully scoosh them out of the way or scoot them out of the way, as the case may be.
I would much rather walk through the scorpions than swim through the jellyfish. You have no way of getting those jellyfish away from you without them touching you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Depending on what kind of jellyfish we're talking about.
Oh, I have vivid memories of being down at, I don't know why I was, walking through the emergency room of the hospital, but down in
And a
Burdett
jellyfish
Tomlin.
got you?
Well, here's the thing. A guy came in with a jellyfish sting, and he was in excruciating pain. And I was like, I was a wee lad. God only knows why I was in the ER.
Have you ever had one get you?
No. I've
had
seen
one
them.
brush my leg lightly one time, and the aftermath was not fun.
No way.
It was red, irritated, sore.
Wow.
And that was just one from around here. If they're telling you, like, oh, you're going to go to Australia,
Oh, forget about it.
good luck with those.
Yeah, that'll kill you. They will kill you.
Now, here's a little question on that, though.
Sure.
Whether or not it changes your minds? You have multiple minds. Whether or not it changes your mind.
Explain a lot of things. That too.
Do scorpions ever climb up onto things like trees?
I don't believe they do. I think they're more like burrowing creatures, or rather,
That's what
they seek
that's what
shade.
I thought.
I don't know if they climb into trees. Why would you climb a tree full of scorpions? Is that what you're suggesting?
Well, no, I'm just saying we don't know what this land is we're walking across.
Oh well, I just think scorpions, I think, are indigenous to like a desert or arid area. Now, I think, now stop me if I'm wrong, I believe if I'm to trust my Indiana Jones movies, I think the bigger the scorpion, the less poisonous it is, but the smaller the scorpion, the more dangerous. Um,
I think I've heard like those little clear looking scorpions are
yeah,
like the ones you have to look out for. When I've been on trips
yeah,
to areas like that,
yeah,
I know one of the casinos I was in, they were talking about like, oh, be careful when you're opening the boxes because they've opened boxes and like one of those scorpions come crawling out.
oh,
And,
they're pus
and
buckets.
sometimes it's those ones that you got to really look out for.
Yeah, yeah, they do
And
exist.
I said, man, that would suck.
But they like those shady areas. It can be shady
Yeah.
under a tree, I suppose, but but
Well,
I don't think that's where they go
I
to.
assumed that's really all it was. I just wasn't
Right.
sure
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
would that change any of your mind if they were, and you had to walk through like woods? So now you don't know that they're going to be dropping on you.
Now woods brings up a whole different kettle of fish. I don't know if you ever seen here in South Jersey, you can see black snakes in the trees. Sometimes that's where they hang around, literally. And at least I think they're black snakes. We don't have many snakes here in New Jersey, but the ones that we have, we only have I think two poisonous varieties. There's a timber rattler and some other one. Anyway, um, down in Cape May County, I can remember doing some walking back there, some old geocaches, and my wife and I stumbled upon. There was this path, and above our heads were these snakes, and it's definitely an attention getter.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah,
In that case, since
yeah,
we still have 10 minutes left,
sure.
and I think we've already pretty much decided that
Yeah,
we want to go with the scorpions,
yeah, yeah,
let's replace the scorpions
yeah.
with snakes, and you're walking through a forest. Or,
Well, I've been there. The fortunate thing is, at least in my humble experience, with snakes, is that they're more scared of you for the most part. Black racer snakes.
can,
A mutual friend of ours, Dave, Eagle fan. Let's just say, let's give him the code name Eddie. He and I and my father at one time were we were chopping down a tree to build a canoe, and we're pulling a tree out of the woods, but we ran into this thing. Must have been an 8-foot racer snake, and it saw us, and it just went whew, gone. It just disappeared. I shat my pantaloons. But he was scared, more frightened than we were. And I was damn frightened.
and my understanding is there was a very good thank you reward for helping with that tree as well.
Boy, I'll
Wow.
say. I still
Well-
owe our friend Eddie an apology.
Let me caveat that a little bit more.
By all means.
Have you heard of Snake Island?
Hold on. Do you mean in Union Lake?
No.
No, then I don't.
I mean,
Right.
it's down off of, I believe it is off of the coast of, I believe, a South American nation.
Oh crap! Really?
And
So it really means Snake Island.
and people are not allowed to go onto that island. There's a lighthouse on the island, which they had to automate, and they send military out there to go even get to there if they need to change anything or do any maintenance on that lighthouse, because the people who were living in the lighthouse
Yeah.
all were found dead from snake bites. And
Wow. Yeah,
in
that's
this
not how I
island,
want to go.
in this island, they say
Yeah.
within 1 cubic meter there is one of these snakes.
Are
For
you sure this
every,
isn't Australia?
I know it sounds like it should
Because
be, but
Australia has everything there wants to kill you.
this
It
is
just
the
seems
only
that way.
place that's different than that's worse than Australia. It's within 3 feet of you in any direction. There is at least one of those snakes that's going to be around.
I got to do a search for that. Snake Island?
I think that's what they call it, but there might be another.
Well, it's a very,
Yeah.
it's an accurate name.
It it is very like that would be one of those things. That or B. You don't even have to tell me what B is yet. I'm picking B.
Wow.
There's been many people who have died, and these are extremely poisonous snakes. And because
Yeah,
it's on
screw
an
that.
island,
No
like
thanks.
you don't have time to even get back to. They said there was a fisherman who
Yeah.
wanted to climb one of the trees and get some fruit out from the top of the tree that he saw. So he went over, went up, felt like blinding pain on one of its sides, came down, got in the boat, and the whatever their version of the Coast Guard or whatever
Right,
found
yeah,
him
yeah.
floating in his boat, already dead from whatever the bite was. I forget what the name of the. Apparently, this is the only place on Earth that these actual snakes are at, and they have to actually patrol the island because poachers try to go out there and get them because
Venom.
people want
It's
them.
expensive.
Yeah, and it's crazy that people even try to do it, and like multiple poachers have died from even trying that. So
Wow. That's wild.
it's just crazy. Like you don't know. They're in the tree. They're next to you. They're on the ground. They could be anywhere. And in this case, they slithered to the top of the lighthouse
You
and
just
killed the
never
family.
know, man. I mean, for pre-Katrina hurricane, that is, my wife and I, our anniversary, we fly down to New Orleans, loved it, crazy place. You need to go. It's the culture, the music, the food, awesome. One of the things we did, we took a swamp tour, and it was great. The guy who gave it, he was um, certainly quasi Cajun, and he was like he was the swamp. This is the guide you want. Anyway, he was telling us this story. He was out there with his kayak one time, and he reached around a tree just to steady himself, and he felt this little prick, just a little prick, and he's like, "What the?" And then he sees a snake about this long slither off in the water. He's like, "How about that?" He's like, "That bastard, I think he's poisonous." And he's like, pressing around. So he's like, "Well, okay, I'm gonna kayak out of here. Paddle, paddle, down." And he was, it was so, yeah, he passed out, and for whatever reason, he didn't roll, and he was found, and they took him out and got him to medical help, but
Man,
damn. So, I mean, even it's not so much, it ain't the size of a snake sometimes either. It can be
yeah.
just the punch they pack. And
But
this
if it has an Australian accent, you definitely right.
crikey. Yeah, man. That's wild. Speaking of Australia, they have well, actually down there in New Guinea and Tasmania and New Zealand, there's these crabs, and they're called coconut crabs. Have you ever seen these things?
It sounds familiar.
They're as big as a tire,
Oh,
and they have claws the size of boxing gloves. and I don't mean like regular boxing gloves. I mean like Muhammad Ali version. So we're talking like 2XL boxing gloves. And what they do is they climb up. Sometimes they raid trash cans, and they go up for coconut trees and things like that. These things would snap off your hand as opposed to like a finger. And that being said, my God, I've always wanted to eat one because I bet they're great with drawn butter. Kind of like a lobster. Can you imagine the meat something like that would have?
I'm not big on crabs, so.
Oh, I would definitely eat one of these.
Now, ironically, also down in that area, I think it's off of Australia, is what's it called? A quokka? I think.
What's a quokka?
There's an island.
Yeah.
And this animal only exists there. It's an extremely docile, apparently friendly animal. It's kind of a rodent-like animal, I believe.
Wait, is this a platypus?
No.
Okay.
And I'll see if I can find a picture for you and send it to you.
Yeah.
It only exists on this island. This is a protected island. It can't, so they protect it so people don't bring any other foreign species over because it's the only place in the world where these things are at. And apparently, through evolution, they're not exactly meant to be around anymore because they have no defenses, basically. So there's no way of protecting themselves. So if probably if you brought like a couple of snakes onto the island, they would
wipe out the species.
Yeah. So, but it's also a big tourist area. Because it looks like they'd be pretty cool to actually see. And we are done our 15 minutes. But that's
I got to hear more about this thing. So so I give it time. So keep going. So so what is it called again?
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. Quokka. He's a quokka.
I think this is the one. There's two different ones that sound familiar to me. I just got to make sure this is actually the one that's on the island.
Fascinating.
Smaller islands off the coast of Western Australia.
Wow. Isn't that fascinating? I mean, how this is the only place in the world that these things exist. And they're so fragile that they could be wiped out with a couple of snakes. It's amazing that humans haven't killed them so far.
Let me see if I can find a...
Yeah, I'm curious as to what a quokka looks like. It's just like a snipe. This better not be a snipe.
Oh man, he's on to me. Dang nabbit. I'm trying to get a picture here, but...
How do you think it's spelled? Q-U? Okay. Holy crap, it's cute.
Oh, you found it. Yeah, I told you.
Oh my God.
Here, I'm going
to adorable.
I'm
going
to briefly put the other screen up here. So you're going to sound like you're in a tunnel.
It's a marsupial. Yeah. That's adorable. He's either a marsupial or their genitals have a lot of personality.
Sorry.
I wish I could share a picture. I'm sorry.
Wow. Oh. Okay, so there you have it. You've now learned about quokkas.
There you are, boys and girls. Did you you gotta see this picture. Oh, Dave, dude, I gotta send this to you. Hold on. Jesus. It's got to be in the search. Dave, put up your search, if you don't mind.
Okay.
It'll
You're
be
going
quicker.
to be.
I think.
You're going. I'm sending him back to the well.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Damn it. They're adorable. That's for certain. I thought you were going to tell me that this was like a poisonous friggin' creature.
Oh no, no. As you see, it's a tourist thing.
Oh my god, yeah, it's adorable. Damn it. Okay. Do a search for Quokka and baby. There, wait, there. And okay.
that helps.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Look at the third 0 and 2 rows down and click that picture.
The third 0.
Yep. 0, 0, semicolon 0, and then go 2 down.
Totally missing where you're seeing zeros, but
Okay.
oh,
with
you're
our...
looking at it on here. Okay.
Yes, I don't have your screen. Yes, 0, 0, and 2 down.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, click that. Look at that. Now tell me.
Okay.
They're either
Okay.
marsupials or their genitals have a lot of personality.
Okay. Now I get it.
Just saying.
Yeah, so
They're
they're very
adorable.
unlike any other animal you'll find down there by Australia.
That's awesome.
Of course, then again, it could be like any other Australian animal. Maybe it does want to kill you, it just doesn't have the ability.
Maybe the smiling is actually like I think I'm going to cook this one. I don't know. He'd make good chops.
That's why the baby's poking the head out saying, which one, where?
We're assuming that's a baby, Dave. That's not
or he's very happy about it.
It's
I'm sorry. We have gone so
nothing
many
to be
weird
sorry
places here.
it's curious. I mean, this is a scientific discovery. We are neophytes. This is a whole new world.
Yes.
Look at the quokkas. They're adorable. They look like cartoon characters. It's like an island full of Ewoks. Jesus, look at this one. Holy crow. He looks a little... I don't know what to think of that one.
Okay. Since we're searching, it's Brazil that the island is off of.
Really? That's friggin' adorable. These things are adorable.
Oh, you're not looking at the screen now, then?
Oh,
I just
not...
put up a search.
No, I have 2 screens and I'm not. No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yes, that's definitely an island.
Here's a few snakes.
Oh, I can't see it. It just looks like brush to me.
It doesn't.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that would give me pause to concern. We were, my family and I, we were camping in Virginia, and it was mating season for these certain snakes, and we ran across some who were mating in the water, and they sort of twirl themselves around each other and do their thing, and I'm like, holy maybe we should walk away. And my wife said, yeah. And then she grabs a stick and she goes over and she's like, and I'm like, and then something from the bush says, we heard this rustling. And we're like, oh, drop stick and run, because we should not have been doing what we were doing.
That's just wrong.
I know. It's, It's not usually
How
me
would you like it
or
if you guys were
or
in the
my
middle
wife
of
who
doing...
interrupts a romantic thing interlude.
How would you
But
like it if you guys were in the middle of doing that and somebody was standing over you, stabbing you with a stick?
I pay good money for that. Thank you very much.
But wait, that thing has to be
Now, when I
multiple
get to this point, what I want you to do is jab me in the ribs.
Now, that stick has to be as large as you, and the person or thing doing it has to be equivalent in the added size between a person and a snake.
Wait, what did you just ask me?
Well, you got to think of the proportions here. It's a snake versus a human. So, human's much larger than the snake.
Okay, yes.
And that stick they're being poked with is probably the size of them.
Oh, dude, I agree. I was like, why are you doing this? What's going on here? But you know what? Everything worked out. We walked away or shuffled away after one of the other snakes was like, say, knock that shit off. You leave them be.
I'm watching here.
We were like, yeah, exactly. He's like, no, let him continue. So, I mean, and yes, we learned a valuable lesson. Just let nature take its course.
You interrupted a snake version of OnlyFans.
Good grief. Anyway, yeah, so yes, we've seen snakes mating in the wild, and they do not like to be disturbed.
Or other snakes don't like them to be disturbed.
Other snakes are, either A, like to watch, or they're cuckold, or they whatever. But I don't know.
Or maybe that was the snake that lost whatever battle they do to determine who gets to mate, and was thinking
maybe he was looking. Maybe he thought that's others. Maybe he thought the stick was a potential mate, and my wife picks it up and is like, poke, poke, poke.
Maybe
like,
thought your wife maybe thought your wife was an ally trying to help him.
You see, maybe. I don't know, man. We've had a couple of snake encounters. There was this one time we were out geocaching again, and as I mentioned earlier, I think I did. There are two venomous snakes in New Jersey. One I forget the name of, and one who is a timber rattler. There's also a snake here in New Jersey called a king snake, and it mimics the sound of a timber rattler.
I didn't know that. But as soon as I hear a timber rattler, I'm leaving. So I don't care if it's which of those two it is.
So I'm standing right next to a bush, and I thought that the geocache was in the bush, and I'm reaching in, and all of a sudden I'm reaching in, and I hear
it's coming right at us,
and I'm like, nope. Now, it could have been a king snake, or it could have been a timber rattler. Either way, I don't
sense
give a
in finding out.
I am not getting that geocache.
I haven't actually had that many encounters here. When we first moved here, my wife calls me at work, and I had to come home. There was a green, I forget what kind of snake it was.
It was like a garter snake?
No, this guy was probably 3-4 feet long.
Damn.
Big guy.
Shit. Yeah.
But I forget what they said it might have been. It wasn't anything that was dangerous, but
right.
So this was not long after we moved here. So hey, welcome aboard.
There you go.
But the snake was gone by the time I got there, so I have no idea where it went. I've seen garter snakes out back.
Okay.
The dogs once in a while will find one and see him kind of like doing like a what is that kind of
Sure.
go forward to check it out and then jump back when it moves.
Yeah,
kind of
absolutely.
thing.
Yeah, sure.
So I've had them where I've had to keep the dogs away and kind of escort them out of the yard or to
Right.
one of their holes that they live in out back there that are all over the backyard.
Gotcha.
So I've seen that a few times. Saw one at the zoo down in Cape May.
Was
We
it
were.
in an exhibit or was it outside of the exhibit?
It was outside of the exhibit. It was, when you're about to walk over towards like the African safari type animals with the
Yes.
so walking down that back path, it was on one of the trees off to the right, not too far away. It's a pretty big thing,
Okay.
all wound around the tree.
Was it a black snake?
It's sort of, yeah, not
Because
overly.
that's exactly, well, maybe a mile or two to the north of that particular position. That's exactly where we saw all the snakes in the trees. There was like maybe between 4, maybe 6 of them
Okay.
that were sort of just lounging about, and it was kind of disconcerting because you're walking along and it's like, oh, look at that.
So it's not just ticks falling on us that we have to worry about.
No, it is not. Good.
Yeah, that
grief.
was the only time I've seen one there. And obviously, actually, every time I go back to the zoo,
Right.
I'm looking in the trees now.
It is kind of like a life-changing experience. You do have a tendency to look for them after you see them.
Yeah.
I understand. I share your
Even
your
though I know it's
diligence.
not like I know it wasn't a rattler, so.
Yeah.
Or is the other one? Isn't the other one a water snake?
Probably.
That is the other poisonous
Like a-
one. Is it
like a water moccasin. It might
Uh-oh.
very well a copperhead, perhaps. I'm not sure, or water moccasin, like you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, New Jersey, we're blessed when it comes to not having many poisonous snakes.
And even
but,
for like spiders and stuff, we're not too bad. I mean,
I
We've
guess the
got some.
brown recluse is probably the worst. A friend of mine from work, she has done some camping, and she told me this story. She's camping with her family, and it turns out, I think it was a campsite on a reservation in Texas. Tarantulas everywhere. They said, "Listen, just be careful with the showers, because they like it in there." and so, she'd wake up in the morning and she'd see these dots. These dots were friggin' tarantulas.
Okay, that would be a little freaky.
Spiders. I don't mind spiders. I don't know. I mean,
We get the
my
three,
kids hate them.
We get the top 3 for poisonous in Jersey here
Dude,
In this
no
house?
way, really?
or in this yard.
Oh my God! Yeah, those
I've
brown
had-
recluse, man, you want to watch because
We have brown recluse. We've had them in the house.
yeah. Oh shit.
The good thing about the brown recluse
Yeah.
are they want nothing to do with you. They
That
are
is good.
literally more scared of you than you are of them. If they see you, they will run. The only
Cool.
time they will bite you, and you just gotta make sure, like, okay, they're not like in your slipper or something.
Yeah,
you
or
don't
if you're
want that.
reaching for a book or something and they happen to be on the inside cover.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, those things are quick.
Yeah, because I mean the bite mark gets necrotic,
Yeah.
and
Haven't seen any for a little while, which is good. Or my niece's husband
okay.
used to work for an exterminator. And
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, hold on. Who did he work for?
There you are. For an exterminator for a while.
Okay.
And
He's probably seen some interesting
There-
stuff.
there was like this huge debate. Everyone else in the office was like, no, there's no brown recluse over there. So I caught one of the spiders,
Right.
and he took it back so they could check it out and see. They're like, oh, it's probably a wolf spider, and they got it back, and they're like, oh, that's a brown recluse.
They're like, never mind. Yeah.
So speaking of wolf
there.
spiders, we get them too. Those things are like little mini tarantulas when they're big.
That's what I understand.
Those
I've
one
never seen
I
one of those
encountered.
in the wild.
The very first one I encountered could have just been like this on my hand. With, like, I was out back at the wood pile going to stack some stuff. I lifted the cover up off the wood pile.
Yeah.
And I saw this thing scurry. My first thought was, mouse?
Yeah. That big.
And then I looked over and, oh, holy crap. That thing's huge. So I've had that. I've had one in the house. We've had a couple of them in the house. So one of them in the house one time where I came out, I turned on the light, and I saw it something scurry around the corner. My very first thought was, oh crap, was that a cockroach?
Right.
And I went around the corner and I saw it. I'm like, oh no, that's just a huge wolf spider. The thing with the wolf spiders is they can be aggressive.
Is that right? Wow.
And they can jump. So you got to look out for them. The other ones were, and I've seen them outside. You got to look out picking anything up that was on the ground or something.
Right.
Oh my god, I just totally.
Wolf spiders.
Black widow.
Black widow.
Those things are freaky.
I've seen them
I
years ago in the wild, actually in the Pine Barrens.
After we had that derecho, and one of the things that happened was that tree that went down behind the house here and took out the gate. So it was the final gate. It was all just cracked, crushed, and then at some point, finally going out there and starting to pick stuff up. I went to pick up this one big piece of the gate, picked it up, go like this, and like 2 inches from my hand is a black widow sitting there. So I quickly went like that.
Good move. You saw the hourglass and everything, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh
Jesus.
So I've seen that
that's...
around any like things that are laying on the ground. Like if a piece of wood's laying on the ground, I got to look out for it. We've actually had one in our mailbox at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can only imagine. Holy cow.
Yeah. So I know we
what
are
did you
entertaining
do? Like
everyone out
M80s?
here with our stories of our. No, we.
Hey, well, how about this? Please tell us your stories.
Yes.
What are some of your interesting encounters with arachnids or snakes or
any creepy
scorpions
crawlies
or cloacas? Not not cloacas.
Quokkas.
With the quokkas.
Have they attacked?
I don't think I want to hear your reactions with cloacas, but thanks anyway. But
So
quokkas.
yeah, let us know all of your thoughts. Have you been to any of the places that have these exotic animals?
Would you eat a coconut crab? I would. In a moment.
How
You
about
need
a
a
quokka?
big pot though, man, because these things are huge.
How about a quokka?
No, they look too friendly. They really do. Too friendly.
Yeah,
I couldn't eat a cloaca.
My oldest
I mean,
daughter wants to.
I mean a quokka. I'm turning this way, and I'm remembering that I'm a being of light.
Okay. My oldest daughter wants to go to that island sometime when
I can see
it's on
why.
her bucket list. So, thank you guys for if you've made it this far.
Yeah, this is like what, an hour and 15 minutes into our 15 minutes.
Actually, if you've made it this far, put the word quokka in a comment down below.
Yeah.
With your recommendation for us as a suggestion, and we will react to that next time.
What the heck?
So let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And while you're there, like, comment, subscribe. Click on that little bell if you want to know when we have a new video out. As
Somewhere
you can
here.
see, we do like to talk.
Yes, this is true.
There is no pressure. It's
Yeah,
always
I'm-
appreciated. I'm sorry
Absolutely.
I stepped on your line.
No. It's okay. But you're right. Exactly what you said. No pressure. Although I think I have changed my mind. Feel free, put your cloaca stories up as well.
Any story you want. Hey, why not?
We are.
Have you
peaceful,
walked
free,
through
and
a
easy.
land of scorpions or swum with the I almost said
jellyfish
stingrays.
stories?
Jellyfish.
Good Lord. Yeah, I know we have them here down in South Jersey. I mean, woof, every
And
year.
we'll leave you with one other topic of discussion.
We will.
We won't discuss it. We'll just leave it out there for you, for however you want to interpret this. Because this is where we almost went to with a prior attempt at a site that was giving us options. Birds. Okay.
Birds indeed.
Be good to each other out there, everybody. We need more of that now than ever before.
Amen to that. Hey, in the process, stay healthy. Keep doing what you're doing. Good
Yeah.
things are happening.
A world with a healthy you in it is a better world.
I couldn't agree more. Well said, sir. Well said.
And keep your eyes to the sky, because there might be snakes in those trees.
Damn straight. And keep your ears to the ground, but also keep an eye out for those scorpions. Just saying.
Yeah, you don't want them sneaking up on you. Take care, everybody. Until next time.
Indeed. Thank you. Peace.